A church in the US state of Vermont has turned down dozens of Christian Afrikaner refugees arriving in the small town of Battleboro, saying it will only continue to help Muslims arriving from the Middle East. With over 100 Afrikaner refugees arriving in the area of Battleboro, Vermont, over a 2-month period, the local St. Michael's Episcopal Church, despite actively supporting refugee resettlements for decades in the United States of America, has publicly proclaimed that it won't offer any assistance to them whatsoever. According to a spokesman from the church, its refugee program will only continue to offer assistance to Islamic Afghan refugees who recently settled this area. This follows after the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church of America, one of the government's principal refugee resettlement partners, last year announced that it would not be helping any Afrikaner refugees resettle in America because they are white. In this statement, the bishop stated the following: "We are now expecting to resettle white Afrikaners from South Africa, whom the US government has classified as refugees. In light of our church's steadfast commitment to racial justice and reconciliation and our historic ties with the Anglican Church of Southern Africa, we are not able to take this step." In light of this declaration, Paul Gallagher, a spokesman for the Episcopal Church in Vermont, has now come out and refused to offer any help to these Afrikaner refugees, despite the fact that over 100 of them are in the process of resettling in and around the town of Battleboro. But that it will instead channel all of its resources to accommodate a number of refugees from Afghanistan, who it claims needs more assistance adjusting in America. The town of Battleboro, located in Windham County, Vermont, has a population of just over 12,000 people. Historically, it has been an important trading hub and also served as the home of the Battleboro Typographic Company, which during the 19th century became one of the largest printers of Bibles in the entire world. The town was originally founded in 1753 right on the border between New Hampshire and Vermont, and was named after the governor of New Hampshire, Major General William Brattle. And from 1852 onwards, the town not only produced Bibles, but was also home to the East Organ, the largest organ manufacturer in the United States for over a century, producing organs for churches and theaters across the entire world and specifically North America. But the town is perhaps most famous for the fact that renowned British author Rudyard Kipling lived here during the 1890s, and that this is the place where he wrote his famous and beloved story, The Jungle Book. But this same historic town, which used to produce Bibles for Christians and build organs for churches, is now accepting only Muslim refugees while rejecting Christian refugees simply because they happen to be white. In his explanation when pressed why the local church is refusing to help white refugees while still continuing to help Muslims, Paul Gallagher, a spokesman for the congregation, also added that because of the large cultural divide between the Afghans and the Americans, they have far more difficulty integrating into the society than Afrikaners ever would, and therefore the church feels far more obliged to help the Afghans. Now, this line of thought is immensely irrational, suicidal, and indeed unbiblical on a number of levels. It is, after all, far more conducive and much more practical for nations to actually help those closer to them geographically and culturally than it is to try and accommodate people from vastly different civilizations altogether. This is the exact same reason why the Christian government of Hungary opted to rather help Afghan and Syrian Christians find refuge in free countries in and around the Middle East rather than to have them completely uprooted and resettled thousands of miles away in Central Europe or other Western countries. Furthermore, in Galatians 6:10, the Bible expressly commands Christians to help all people, but at the same time to give preference to fellow Christians over those of other faiths when it comes to aiding those in need. Yet, Now we find the Episcopal Church in America doing the exact opposite of what the Bible actually teaches here. By rejecting Christian Afrikaner refugees simply because of the color of their skin, they show that they have embraced the doctrines of neo-Marxism over the doctrines of Christianity, and that critical race theory has replaced the Bible as their authority in their church. The fact that the town of Battleboro in particular is still over 92% white means one cannot help but view this latest step from the local church as part of a broader agenda to complete demographic replacement. The statement from the presiding bishop clearly reveals that this decision is about race, and as such we have no choice but to understand it as part of a broader anti-white agenda. On this channel, we never shy away from telling you these stories as they really are. We have made it our mission to get the truth out there and find solutions by changing the hearts and minds of people across the country and the world. We don't want our people to leave our homeland for refuge in America, as this would mean they inevitably lose their culture and ties to us here back at home. This is why we are focused on building a sustainable future for our people for generations to come right here in South Africa. You can support this cause by becoming a patron of our channel and this group by simply following the easy steps on a banner below and help us fight the good fight. The fact that a Christian church can turn down refugees fleeing from violence and racial persecution in their own country is quite astonishing. All of this highlights the constant threat that the church in the West is facing as a result of the constant onslaughts by the hard left and the neo-Marxists. In a recent video on this channel, we therefore also highlighted the need for global Christian churches to stand up for their Afrikaner brothers in Christ here in South Africa. You can check out that full report by clicking on this link appearing on your screen right here. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching today's video all the way to the end. Please let us know if you were one of the ones that watched the video up until now. Goodbye and God bless.